Hey Cancer, this is going to be your Where is this relationship going reading. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Cancer. If it does resonate with you, wonderful. But if it does not, please feel free to check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign. And I will leave a timestamp in the comment section below for when the reading actually begins. So let me jump into it here. Please get a clear and concise message for Cancer. Clear and concise message for Cancer on where this relationship is going with the person that they're thinking of. Where is this relationship going between these two people? What does Cancer need to know about where this relationship is going for Cancer's greatest good? This person feel about the relationship? What do they want? And what can they do to improve this connection? A clear and concise message for Cancer for this person. What's going on with them? Concise message. This person here. Clear, concise, please. What about this other person in this connection? How are they feeling about the person about the relationship? What they want, what can they do to improve this connection, please? Clear and concise message for Cancer and where this relationship is going and this relationship dynamic here. Quick, okay. Clear and concise message for Cancer. Clear and concise message for Cancer. Cancer's greatest good. What do they need to know? What's going on with this person? This is straightforward. Okay. What is the most likely outcome for the next month for these two? reversed. All right. What's the advice? Okay, so Cancer, let's jump into this. I'll be reading the top row as person A, the bottom row I'll be referring to as person B. Remember, energy is interchangeable, so if this is your story, just pick the person that resonates the most with you and go with it that way. I'll just say right off the bat, there's definite Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here, Libra, Aries, but of course, it's all energy and could be any sign. Let's jump into this because, and I'll preface this by saying, so you kind of get an idea if this is your reading or not. This is going to be a connection between two people that's in a rocky place right now, apparently, where someone has apparently done something to the other that's caused some pain. So if that's not the situation you're in, this is not going to resonate with you. So feel free to check out another reader, some of the wonderful readers here, or also you can check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign. So let's jump into this. Let's talk about person A and how they're feeling about person B. They are feeling the Five of Cups. They feel a lot of regret. And I'm telling you, this is something that someone did. This isn't like, I mean, it could be regret over losing someone, but I feel like this person feels the regret because they lost someone because of their actions, or they breached some kind of trust, or the relationship isn't in the wonderful place that it was prior to whatever happened. And this person feels a lot of regret about that. I feel like the culpability is probably with person A because of how they feel being the Five of Cups. They see everything that's gone wrong in the situation and potentially what they've done wrong. And they're kind of wallowing in that right now. They're wallowing in that energy. Now for person B, they have the Three of Swords for how they feel about the other person, and they just feel hurt. Point blank. I mean, there's depth to this card, of course. They could feel this pain because of something that wasn't communicated, the way something was communicated. They could feel this pain because of some kind of betrayal or hurt, potentially lies. They could feel this way because someone withheld something, some information, potentially someone cheated or didn't inform them about another party. There's a lot of different reasons that can cause pain in relationships, so I don't want to get too deep into that. But right now, person B just feels pain. They're really hurt by what's transpired in this connection. They're really, both of these people are kind of at a low place right now in how they feel about each other. I mean, it's clear that this person knows that they hurt person B. And also person B could be experiencing, there's a darkness here. But I feel like, and of course, this depends on whatever happened, but I feel like there is some capacity to forgive in person B. Again, I don't know, and it could depend on the severity of what the transgression was. So let's get that out of the way. But there is some pain here, but there is still a little bit of forgiveness energy as well that I see just kind of throughout the reading. Let's talk about how these two people feel about the relationship itself. And I feel like person A is really feeling it. They feel like this relationship is the Empress. They feel like this relationship is beautiful, that it's something that could grow into something that's amazing and boundless. They feel like potentially that this relationship could lead to their ultimate partner, their wife or husband, depending on, where it falls. But that's why they have so much regret, because whatever they did, they regret it so much because of the way that they feel about person B and what they see in person B, because the Empress is like an ideal, right? It's almost as if they feel like this person could have been their ideal relationship, ideal partner, someone who they could really create a life with, a beautiful life with, not just a life, but a beautiful life full of richness and love and fertility, right? And I mean, just, I could see why they feel this way, for sure. I could see that. And I feel like the other thing I'm also getting from this is that this person feels like in this relationship that person A feels like they should have put person B on more of a pedestal and should have honored them in the way that they deserved, and possibly they didn't. I'm getting that. Now let's talk about person B here and how they feel about the relationship. Right now they feel the Four of Cups. They're still hurt, you know, so you can understand why this is kind of, it talks about apathy, but I get a little bit of depression from this card, especially both of these cards together. I feel like they're depressed. You know how like when you're depressed, you can't eat, you're just not engaged in life, and I feel like, or it's just difficult to engage in life. And I feel like right now this person is really dissatisfied with the way this relationship has gone, with whatever's happened. Of course, this card talks about dissatisfaction, but I also feel like the Four of Cups, it talks about feeling unfulfilled, right? A person who can't be fulfilled or satiated. And I feel like right now this person is questioning whether or not they can get what they need from this connection in this relationship. There's something that happened here, and this person is really questioning whether or not this is it. Now, let's talk about what both people here want from this relationship. It's clear that person A wants the Fool, so I feel like person A is kind of wishing that they could have a clean slate, a fresh, unblemished start here. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, a fresh kind of unblemished start. It's not how life works, but I feel like this person is wishing for it. I feel like they want a chance to kind of start over, to prove themselves, like they can put the right foot forward if they were given another opportunity. I understand it. I do understand kind of where this person's coming from. There's a lot of hope here because of how they feel about person B. They really feel like this is their person that they want to take their steps towards having the ultimate fulfillment in life and start really like enjoying life and building something with a person that's a real strong connection. And they want an opportunity to do that with the Fool. They're definitely hoping that person B will through all that's happened here, they're really hoping that person B is going to, because this is a risk. This isn't even like the uncalculated risk or the risk that, this is a risk that person B knows because they've experienced person A already. So they're really hoping for that. Now, person B, what they want from this relationship is the Three of Cups. So I feel like person B does want to reunite with person A, but when I say that, the Three of Cups talks about the coming together and happiness and celebrating things with a person or with people that you care about and love. This is about friendship. a lot of times. And in relationships, when people have gone through this kind of energy, I feel like what person B really wants here, it's not about, oh, I want to reunite and have and celebrate our connection. I feel this strongly that what person B here really wants from this relationship is to feel like they have their friend back, or that they have a friend. There's a trust that's inherent when you are in a friendship with people or you have friends. There's like this camaraderie, and I feel like person B feels like they've lost a bit of that. And I feel like they want to feel like they can trust this person again. Almost like they want to reestablish. It's not about reestablishing the relationship. Of course, it could be that, but it's about reestablishing some kind of trust and companionship here. Now, let's talk about what these two people could do to improve this relationship. And there's a little bit of mirroring here that's going on, and I feel like it's pretty straightforward. To get through this, these two people are going to have to do a ton of communication, but especially for person A. They have the Ace of Swords. This is the card of communication, but it's not just communication. It's clear communication. It's honest communication. It's forthright communication. It's telling the whole truth, not the convenient truth, but the entire truth. I feel like it's a come clean kind of energy with the Ace of Swords. I feel like person A just has to come completely clean and just express everything. Don't leave person B in the dark about anything here, because they'll regret that if they do. Now for person B, what they could do to improve this relationship is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is the page that gathers all the data, all the information. Very inquisitive little page here, and that's what person B really needs to do. That's their advice. It's to take all these truths that are going to be expressed, and it's saying clearly that these two people need to communicate. These are both communication cards, but what person B needs to do is, after this communication, they need to evaluate it with the Page of Swords energy, analyze it, collect all the information, and kind of process it. The Page of Swords doesn't act. I want to kind of emphasize that. The Page of Swords also brings news, but it's more about an idea. It brings almost kind of like an epiphany, and I feel like this person B needs to gather all the information so they can make a solid choice, but they can't do that until they get all the information and sit with it for a little while. Now, let's talk about the most likely outcome for this relationship in the next month. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So right now it feels like there's not going to be new investments into this connection. Right now, it's going to be all about communication. It's not going to be about either party in the next month investing a lot of time and resources. It's going to be more about investing time in communication. It's also going to be, this is telling me here that in the near future with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, that it's likely, depending on this communication and how this communication goes, that someone could decide here that this connection isn't worth their effort and time. It's possible here, because it depends on how this communication goes and how person B feels about what's communicated. But there's a likelihood here that for some in this connection, that someone's going to decide it's just not worth it right now. It's just not worth it. I think it's really going to be dependent though on what's communicated, how it's communicated, and also sincerity, because I get sincerity also is what's going to be required of person A. Now, let's talk about the advice. The advice card here. for this connection, for the best possible outcome between these two is the Knight of Pentacles. And I think that's so fitting because it really does feel like these two people, whatever's gone on here that's breached this trust that you're not sure can be reestablished, that you're going to have some long, serious talks about, it needs to be taken very, very slowly with the Knight of Pentacles. We all know the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. He's very methodical. He's very practical. And I think that's the best advice to really give these two, is just to take it slow. Don't rush any decision. Don't rush moving forward. Also, don't rush moving away from each other. Because you can decide not to invest in this connection for the next month. Just, you know, you may have some communication or light communication, and build up to a point where you can communicate more and see where you both may want this connection to go. I really feel like it could go either way depending on the communication between the two, and if these two people move slowly in the process towards kind of healing whatever happened between these two, so that person B can kind of evaluate kind of the heart of person A and whether they, I feel like person B really is going to have to evaluate with the Page of Swords how sorry and sincere person A is, and that's going to take some time with the Knight of Pentacles. It's just going to take them some time, and you're going to have to, if your person A is just going to have to wait it out to see what happens here, because it's not likely that in this situation right now, either party investing a lot in this situation right now could cause more harm than good. So I feel like moving slowly is definitely the best option at this point. So I hope that was helpful and provided a little bit of clarity for you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.